Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Monster Rancher Advance 1, which you apparently cannot hear because I have the audio way too friggin' low. There we go, that's better. Today's been sort of a day. We've got a load of technical issues. We're starting 15 minutes late. I haven't eaten yet today. Raphael asked me. It's been a day. I'm very tired. It's a long week. Nisi is still recovering from her situation from last week, so... Anyway, this is Juniper the Dragon, who is an amalgam of two of our monsters from earlier. He's starting off with quite a lot of stats. He hasn't done anything yet, but 3 of his stats are already in the C-class threshold, with accuracy right behind. He's going to be in good shape. So we're going to try to beat the game today with Juniper. I don't expect it to happen per se. We're going to try, and the way we're going to do it is we're just going to throw him into every single battle that we come across. Even as early as this D tournament next month, he might be able to just power his way through it, even with low loyalty, as long as he can survive long enough to get a percentage victory. I'm happy with that. It's not about the money, it's about gaining the stat points. So to that end, we're going to start off like we did with our last dragon, and we're going to send Juniper on the life points course with Life Giver, because we need to get that up as much as possible, especially for long-term success. Yes, Nisi is doing better. Last Saturday, we had the incident. We got her to an emergency vet this last Sunday, where it was one of the better case scenarios. She just has an infected tooth. So we can live with that. She's taking medicine. She doesn't like taking the medicine because it is pretty much literally we are forcing her to drink a fluid that does not taste good for her. And we have to protect ourselves to do that, so we kind of trap her. I love animals, and yet, because they don't have, human brain function, sometimes you gotta force them to do something so they can take care of themselves and recover. And it breaks my flippin' heart that I have to force Nisi to do anything because she's my little princess, but it is for her own good. She is recovering. She's recovering enough that she's starting to act normal, but she still isn't happy with me because I'm the one who actually shoves the medicine down her throat. So, and we kind of agreed to that on purpose. I don't want Akamura to be looked at like that by Nisi. It's like, if Nisi's going to be mad at one of us, I would rather her be mad at me. And I will recover that relationship as we go. But for now, I have to be the bad guy and make her take care of herself. Which means I am the mod in her life. If she is me, I guess that makes me Ledge. Anyway, whatever. We're starting the Spring Cup here. Yeah, I know Juniper probably won't listen to me. It's probably not even ideal that I'm doing this, but I really think Juniper has a chance because of his large stats. He's got a chance to win, and I would rather force him to deal with this and win, and therefore get those stat points, than risk not doing that thing. I mean, he's got 250 defense, so what is this Mochi going to do? Other than get tailed. Yeah, exactly. And Juniper, I mean, the Mochi isn't going to come back from this. There's no way. Even if he lands one of those attacks, it's not going to help. Juniper inherited a bunch of traits, including the trait that makes all tail moves more accurate and more hard-hitting. So the trait inheritance is a huge reason why breeding works in this game. That's something I had never considered with other Monster Ranchers. I don't recall if other Monster Ranchers even have these kinds of traits. I remember Monster Rancher 4 does, but like Windlore, but those I don't think are inheritable. But then again, whenever I play Monster Rancher, I almost always win off a Generation 1 monster. It's because the way I tend to play Monster Rancher, first of all, I get a little lucky. But when you roll the dice 5,000 times, you're eventually going to get something. But second, it's like, in every Monster Rancher, there are devices of some sort that make an impact to your overall farm. In this game, it's just buying what are called gems and cups that lower stress and fatigue. But in Monster Rancher 4, it was getting special training items that increase the rate of stat gain. So the point is, every single Monster Rancher has something like that. And that is what I have always relied on for my success. Just eventually being able to train so fast and so hard that I don't need to worry about any of the breeding stuff. So I'm not as well versed in it, ironically, as a lot of Monster Rancher players, because it's just not part of the... Even though it's a big part of the game, it's not one of the mechanics I typically work with personally, not on a Monster Rancher to Monster Rancher basis. So, you know, Juniper here is a Generation 2, and I've very rarely had to have gone beyond Generation 2. Usually Generation 2 is enough to get me to the credit sequence, because I don't min-max my monsters and all that, and I am, of course, a very story-focused video game player, so once I get those end credits, typically I'm done with a game. That saved me about 4 weeks of training on this level. Yeah, 4 weeks isn't bad, though. If that cost him like 1 week of lifespan for the battle, but he gained 4 weeks of training... Yeah. Yeah? Sure. Sure? Okay. Anyway. Juniper is the first Generation 2 of this run, yes. We've got a bunch of Generation 1s. We even have a few Generation 1s that are still in the studio frozen. One of whom is a Durahan, who I had forgotten about, and I think it was Raphael who said that when we made him... I had said I want to wait on him until I have better coaches, and I totally don't remember that. But I trust that it happened. So we do have a Durahan, and I can even pull him out in our next go if Juniper doesn't make it. One of my other problems with Monster Rancher, and I probably say this in every Monster Rancher, is I like the multiple monsters. I like having a bunch of different monsters. So the problem is this game, especially if you're inheriting traits, really favors you sticking with one or two breeds that are synergetic. Because, for example, I believe... Which trait was it? It might have been Flextail. It was definitely Heat Resistance. Was on... which was on my Zoom. Flextail might have been on my Zoom, but could have been on the Dragon. But either way, both of these were inherited from a different breed, but still apply to this breed. So, if you keep crossing breeds and keep crossing up strategies, then the inherited traits that they gain are not going to work necessarily with the moves that they can learn. And that's something that I've always had a problem with in Monster Rancher, for the reason I said that I typically don't bother with this stuff. and I typically dance around and use multiple breeds just because I find it funny, and because I think it makes for better video. So, because of that, I typically don't min-max like you're quote-unquote supposed to do in this game. So, even though we have the offer to go to Agima, I would rather stick with normal training here because I don't want to miss the official D class. If we are intending to beat the game, that means that we enter every single battle, and we never pass up the opportunity to at least try the official tournaments. I still have my notes written from last week. I have my competitive thresholds for my stats. The competitive is not domination, so we are competitive for the C class, which means we should dominate the D class. But once we get through the C class and get to the B class, then we're going to slow down a little bit. But still, it's important to try to get those done early, because with Monster Rancher Advance 1 here, we've been typically losing the first year of a monster's life just training before they can even get to the D class, and then it's rapid growth. So hopefully, by getting past the D and possibly the C in their first life, or first year of life, then they'll be able to perform extremely well once they're in the B and the A and can get their stats super, super high. Catching up on the chat. The high comes from the parents. The other skills, I'm not sure. Oh, the other skills were definitely inherited, because I haven't given Juniper anything, and all 4 skills that Juniper has were on the parents. I just don't know who he got which stat from. I'm sure Legend Cup has that broken down. I don't like turning games like this into a strict algorithm, so that's why I typically don't look up the mechanics behind things. There are exceptions. When I played Final Fantasy VII, you're damn right I looked up how to make a golden chocobo, because I'm not futzing around with that crap. But for the most part, when it comes to any sort of combining, breeding type of game mechanic, I like the mystery behind it. I like the random chance. I really liked it in Monster Rancher 1 when you breeded, combined, whatever, and it gave you that percentage chance of what you were going to get, and sometimes you just got a weird roll and got the 8% chance to do something, and it just happens. And so that's why I don't like save scumming, and I don't like knowing the algorithm for those, or I guess I should say formula. I don't like knowing the formula behind those kinds of mechanics. Unless I get desperate and have no choice. Hopefully we are not at that point with Monster Rancher Advance. I'm still having fun. Hopefully you all are too, even though we've been at this a hot minute. Plus, when you have all these breeds available, why limit yourself to just a few? That's also a good point, and I play by whimsy. It's rare for me. I mean, I had to do that as a gimmick in order to force myself to do it with the all pixie run that we did for Monster Rancher 4. I had to set out and say, this is the way I'm going to play the game. And I've always wanted to play Monster Rancher 4 with an all Naga run as well, but it's the same deal where I'm going to have to tell myself, this is how I'm going to play this game this time, or else I'm just not going to even do it. I'm just going to just randomly not make a Naga for some reason, depending on if an interesting one comes up. I think with the all pixie run, it helped that there was no mystery to choosing the breed, because the way we did that was we cheated and had every breed unlocked from the start, and then we could just pick and choose. Whereas in normal Monster Rancher play, you don't pick or choose unless you save scum, and I have a big ol' soft heart, and so whenever I make a monster that isn't a goddamn mochi, I'm always like, oh, I'll raise you. I don't want to just throw you away because you're not exactly what I want. So I wind up sticking with shit that I don't really enjoy raising. So You know, so it's weird. My brain is weird. My brain is stupid. My personality is dumb. It is what it is. But hopefully that makes me a good YouTuber. And hopefully it makes these episodes fun to watch. Because if I don't know what's coming next, how could you guys possibly know what's coming next when the creator doesn't even know? Did that plosive really bad? There was... the Game Grumps recently had a discussion about their audio that most people probably couldn't care less about, but they use what are called shotgun microphones. It's actually a fairly violent phrasing. It's called a shotgun microphone when it's this long tube of a microphone, and then the puff guard on it is called a dead cat, which I have to not say around Akamura for obvious reasons. The problem is when you see it, you'll understand why it's called a dead cat. But anyway, those puff guards are really good. Mine is not as good of a puff guard, so I plosive a lot. I don't know why I'm talking about my technical stuff. Probably because I find the topic interesting. I may be a YouTuber, but I also like all the engineering crap that we have to do behind the scenes. I'm sure I've mentioned before, if I could go back in time 25 years... Oh god, I'm old. If I could go back in time 25 years and kind of redo my education, my post-high school education, I would want to go into college for sound engineering. Not because I think it would help YouTube, although it would, but because I find the topic fascinating. I don't have the ear for music. I couldn't be like a musician type of engineer, but I mean more the type who can, you know, train myself to work with the hardware and figure out how to make the best sounding sound, you know, or record and then play back the best sounding sound. So, to chalk that one up to another regret I have in my life of not doing what I want to do. There was a meme I saw the other day that was something like, let's have a moment of silence for all the missed opportunities that we were too shy or didn't have enough confidence in to even attempt. And boy, did that hit hard. It's part of the reason why I keep doing YouTube, because although this is a very frustrating job, I enjoy it too much. Let's go, Juniper. You're almost through the D class. Pretty easy. He definitely has domination numbers. If he wouldn't get confused, he probably would have another knockout or two at this level. But I don't care about knockouts, I care about W's. It's the only thing that matters. Get him. Okay. Come on now. I think you're still ahead, but let's get some insurance. He's doing his best. Yeah, I'm just doing this tournament way too early, but I just don't want to waste time on his lifespan. Come on, get him. Come on, Juniper, land your shot. Ah, come on. There we go, that's insurance. I think I had him anyway. So we ran the table. He is now in the C class doing exactly what I want him to do. Things are looking good. And he should... I don't know if he'll blow through the C class, but he'll do pretty well. And then we need to jump on the next tournament that or the next sale that comes up. Actually, we have enough money that once he becomes an adult... That's pretty good. Once he becomes an adult, I want to get him starting his special training because he'll gain the stats for it. Like, it'll be worth it for his stats, and we need to get him some new moves. We did great with our last dragon with just, what, Bite and D combo, pretty much? Those are pretty much all he needed. What, he's in good shape? I'm sorry, Aroma, did you just say he's in good shape? Even though he just came off a tournament? Okay. Cool. I'll take that any day of the week. He's still above threshold, so power's the next closest one, but he'll probably gain that rapidly. I'm just going to stick with life for now, since every point counts there. Good deal. He's only kinda sleepy. That's fantastic. We bought the one gem, the advanced gem, I don't remember the name of, last week, and it has already seemed to be paying off some dividends here. Alright, with this tournament, this will be a good test to see how he's going to do in the C class. Like I said, he's got the competitive stats, not the domination stats for it. But hopefully he listens to me and actually throws a punch. This is going to be the only one that might give us any kind of grief. Frickin' golems, man. Oh, but he's got no attack from the middle range. Let's try to stick to the middle range. See what he does about that. Nope. Nope. Yep. And just... nope. And 90 guts will move in. Alright, let's go. Ah! Good dodge anyway, despite the confusion. Come on, buddy. Okay, pull back. Go, 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 go. Dang it. Come on, Juniper. See, he was able to take that okay. He's doing well. Oof. Slugfast. Go, go, go. There we go. That he's doing more damage percentage-wise. Got him. Whew, that got a little scary. Hello, Hardy. And Mafty. I'll see you in the next round, Hardy. Some weird breeds in this one. I don't recognize most of these names. I wonder how deep the database is. Like how many AI monsters there are. Maybe we have seen these guys before and I just don't remember. But they seem new to me. Ooh. That hit harder than I thought it would. That is a problem. Okay, good dodge. I was gonna say, you gotta dodge one of those, buddy. I want to stay out of the front range for a second, because Lick may not do that much damage, but Juniper takes so long for his guts charge that I don't want to be guts checked this early. Trying to stay at middle range. Good dodge. See, one attack we did was worth more than two of his, so this is the right strategy. We have the defense. Well, we have all the stats to handle it. We just need to land our attacks, and he's got to listen to me. There we go. Yeah, he's not coming back from that. Well done, Juniper. 2 down, 1 to go. So, I've updated myself to all of you. How are you guys doing in the chat? Hopefully your week has gone better than mine as we come to what is, I guess, the middle of summer. Although, really, for me, summer is ending because I'm a pessimist, and rather than saying we're in the middle, we've had 2 good months of summer, I look at it as, oh, we've got 1 month left until it's fall, damn it. I love summer too much, man. I don't necessarily love the heat. What I love is the green and the warmth, you know? There's a difference between the heat and the warmth in what I'm saying here. Okay. We are probably still behind, so I think Juniper, you need to do a little bit better, buddy. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Spam them. Go, 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 go. Nice. That should put us ahead. That does put us ahead. That's insurance. He's not coming back from that one. Especially when we dodge his attacks. Good job, Juniper. Another tournament victory. That's all we need. So far, you haven't even lost a fight yet. It'll happen, but it's not going to happen for a hot minute. And so far, he's more than paying for himself. I mean, we had some deep... Ooh, that's pretty good. That was about 5 weeks of training. Let me see where he's at. See, we've got $19,000. We've got deep pockets. I might send him out to train in August. I'm going to. So go ahead and rest. Excuse me. Rest this week. We'll feed you and then send you out for special training regardless of the cost. Because we are going for a victory on this one. And that means spending some cash. So this one is about the move more than the stat points. I do need accuracy, but if power is a probably will learn instead of a might learn, then that's the one we want. Power is probably. Sense is hard, which makes sense. We don't need intelligence. Technique is possibility. Speed is hard. Defense is probably. Ooh. Well, I think... So, again, not knowing exact mechanics, we learned Dragon Bite from doing the power course. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I will do the power course anyway because I want to get Bite. Maybe defense would also get me Bite, is what I'm saying, but I don't know. So let's just do power. Especially since he's not listening to us all that well. This way, the nice thing about having a lot of power is if he lands an attack, that puts us in a good position. So, whether it's because of a lack of accuracy or because he won't listen to us, we need to make sure that because his chance to hit is lower, or even the number of attacks he's going to throw is lower, then he's got to have quality attacks. So, let's stick with power for now. Go. Yeah, we're not going to win the fight, but that doesn't matter. Energy says... Just wish I had more time for gaming. So many games on my backlog now. Yeah, frickin' tell me about it. My entire Steam library is my backlog. I have a category in my Steam games called Wanna Play, and that shit just keeps getting longer. And that's just the ones I own. And that's aside from the fact that I'm learning about new games I actually want to try. So, boy, I wish I had infinite money and infinite time to... Did we win that fight? No, we didn't win that fight. Wasn't bad, though. 44 points of power. That's excellent. We didn't get the move, but that's okay. The important thing is we got some good stat points, and he's not dead tired this month. Yeah, he's only just kind of sleepy, which is great. We'll train him in life anyway, because we have one more week for... No. I guess, you know what? I should rest him now, and then train him next week. He'll go into the fight at slightly less than maximum fatigue, but he won't suffer a stat penalty. Let's do this. Good work. Almost 300 life points already. Okay. Now his loyalty is 67. Still less than I would prefer, but... we need those stat points, baby. Let's go. That's why we need hit points and defense. Yeah, that's what we need. Stay in close range there, Juniper. Nice! Oh, wow, that was a solid hit. Good dodge. Go. Nice! He can't come back from that one if we stay in close range. Spam him. Good. More. Take him out. Finish him! Ooh, squalled, but we won handily. Good job, Juniper. One down, one to go. Oh, the other thing that's hurting my backlog, so to speak, is that some of the games in my backlog, I was waiting for patches, and now I'm giving a second shot. Like last night, my brain was too tired to do much of anything else, so I played Star Trucker, which is just driving a truck in space. Or flying a truck in space? And that game had some balancing issues when it first came out, to the point where it wasn't really enjoyable, but I never refunded the game or anything like that. And now, several big patches later, and the game is considered complete, so I gave it another go, and boy did they rebalance everything. It's a lot more enjoyable to play now. And so I just did that all of last night. Then I played a little Crusader Kings, which I haven't played in like 6 months. So, one getting really neglected over this is Ruin, because we found an activity we like to do, and I did not do it last night because I was doing other things. There we go, nice shot. He can't come back from that. And let's get a little insurance. Excellent. Good job, Juniper. Running the table in every tournament you come to. He hasn't paid for himself yet. We still have a net loss on the cost that it has taken to get us here, but he is, you know, who cares about a net loss if you actually finish the game out? And it looks like we've got a stray monster. Hello, Alex. Thank you for joining the stream. It's been a while. How have you been? How do you feel about the Steelers this year? I have been too busy, unfortunately, to really pay attention to what's going on in most sports. The only reason I even know about the Cubs at all is because I've been trying to watch as many baseball games as I can, and even then it's like one every 2 weeks. So I kind of don't know what's going on with the Steelers, other than the fact that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, which is one of the weirder sentences I've said. I didn't think it'd ever get weirder than the Steelers signed Michael Vick, but the Steelers signed Aaron Rodgers is definitely weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I just hope they don't completely shit the bed like they have been doing for the last few years. But yeah, I'm just that's the only good thing about fall winter for me. I like football season. We got a mint leaf. Okay. Cool. Wow, that was a lot of things happening. Alright, so have a mint leaf, because that'll lower your stress. And then coral. Accessory from the ocean bed, also for medicine. I have no idea what that does. Yeah, I have no friggin' clue. I mean, I guess I'll keep it if it's actually some sort of medicine, but holy crap. Pyro Sports Channel. Hey, we did backyard baseball earlier this week. Maybe I'll pivot into just playing Madden all year. Okay, I'm kidding. I would never abandon Monster Ranch. Not anymore. Juniper's really excited. I will say the games haven't done anything to interest me. Madden doesn't seem to have been a huge boost. College football came out, but I'm not really a college guy. So, I'm not very excited about the sports games that have come out recently. I used to be the kind of gamer who played every Madden, every MLB or triple play baseball, every NBA Live and most NHL games, and just it's not worth it. I also don't have the time to play full seasons anymore. Let's see. So he's good. We can just keep training for now. I used to play, when I was a teenager, I would play full sports seasons and never simulate, never lower the time. So, like, I would play NBA Live and I would do an 82-game season, 48 minutes on the clock. Like, and baseball was 162 games and I played full seasons. And I just don't have that kind of time as an adult. So, I've actually, one of my more favorite baseball games to have come out recently is Super Mega Baseball, because you can customize the season, and I think the seasons for me are like 31 games. I think that's the way I set it up. So, shorter experiences that are more compact are more interesting to me than, or at least more time respectful for me because of how busy I am, than doing these super, super, super long grinds. That said, I still play games with super, super, super long grinds. God knows how many thousands of hours I've put into Final Fantasy XIV. I've put in several hundred hours into Grand Theft Auto Online. And there are some sports games, one or two, like Football Manager, that I tend to put in over 100 hours in. So, they're there. I just can't do all of them all the time. God, I'm remembering my teenage years. How did I do that? I'd come home from school, completely ignore homework, and just play NBA Live for like 4 hours or 5 hours straight. And just so I could bang out even a full 82-game season in the course of a month. Less than a month. It was insane. The hell did I do in my youth? Go, Juniper. Ah, come on. Come on, you've got better than a 50% chance. You should be landing more of these tail whips. There you go. You've definitely got the power, like they can't stop you. There you go. I'll take it. Any win is a good one. The only positive to Nisi not being more of a cuddler right now is I don't have to worry about her interfering with these streams. But I miss her. I miss lap time. She hasn't wanted to settle in my lap and snuggle in over a week since I accidentally hurt her last week. So I miss the baby. I miss the cat. But last night she did, when I went to bed, she did insist on laying on my chest for probably 10 minutes. So we are repairing our relationship very slowly. And that was after I had to force her to take her antibiotics. Nice. Again, you've got an... Again, because you've got a percentage... Whatever. Percentage increase. There you go. Alright, now you may as well spam them. Yeah, my mom bought me games, and I tended to make the most out of when she did. I didn't realize how much she spent on me, and we probably none of us do as kids. Especially gaming has always been an expensive habit. And of course, we're talking about games that cost $50 back in the 90s, which would be 70, 80, 90 nowadays, probably. So, yeah, it was, I didn't necessarily appreciate it or understand it. Or how much consoles cost, several $100s, you know? I mean, that's a lot of money back then. But, well, never mind. I was gonna say something that could be a launching off point to topics I don't want to cover on the channel, so I'm just gonna shut my mouth and continue to tail whip Machira here, who can't really do much other than try to slap us. And with her low power and Juniper's high defense, her slaps are gonna do nothing. 71% chance to hit on his tail whips. That's so good. I don't think our last dragon ever got anywhere near that percentage, even with the stats. There we go. There's a knockout. Good job, Juniper. 2 down, I think? 3 down. 2 to go. Pyro loves to be slapped. By a tiny pixie girl, absolutely. Good dodge. That one might have actually done a little damage to us. Stay tight. Let him tail whip you. That's the best he can do. Yep. That's what we need. Go. Yeah, he's not coming back as long as we stay in close range. If we can deliver an insurance hit, even better. Go. It's alright. 2 misses isn't, or 1 miss isn't bad, and when I've only got a 60% chance to hit. Hopefully, he just doesn't miss that much in the spam. Hello, Ledge. Thank you for joining the stream. You're a pervert. Actually, we were talking about our backlog. There is a game that has been on my backlog for friggin' ever, which is the real hashtag not a pervert game that I've been wanting to play. It's a visual novel, and I just don't have time to sit here and read. The one good thing about Nisi going into the vet, like, we've got some pretty steep vet bills to pay, and it's a good reason for me to stop spending so much on games. I actually have been trying to reduce how much I've been spending recently. But I suffer from... I don't know what the actual term for it is, but the common term for it is retail therapy, where the way you counter being depressed is to buy something. I have that. And luckily for me, it's not overly dangerous. Some people who suffer from it will buy, like, hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of stuff to make them feel happy. And it never works. Like, it never works. It might make you happy for a very short time, but if you're fundamentally depressed, buying shit is not the way you fix that. And I know that intellectually, however, it's what I do. So when I get super sad, or just bummed out at life in general, I usually buy a new game, and that makes me feel good for about a week, and then, you know. So I recognize the pattern. I've been trying to break it, but while this doesn't help me financially, because that's just transferring who I'm sending money to, Nisi needing her vet bills paid is helping me, because I'm not buying nearly as much on Steam. I'm not buying anything on Steam because I don't have the money for it anymore. I actually do not have the money to buy games on Steam. And that's okay. Like, it doesn't even threaten the channel, because what we've been focusing on the channel is stuff I already own. I mean, our next projects are Final Fantasy 13, which I think I own twice, if not 3 times. I think we own it on Steam, on the PlayStation, and on the Xbox 360. Ooh. And, you know, more Monster Rancher, which we already have, so I don't need any other game. Okay, we're going to skip the next tournament because he's not at competitive thresholds yet, so I don't think I could guarantee getting second place. And it would be a waste of time to do a tournament that you don't at least place second in, because then you don't get stat points. So instead, I will rest him, and we'll send him out for special training. You're a pervert. I buy stuff for people like Spike Fernese. I will say, Ledge, there are 2 games that I have now seen that I think you and Agon would be interested in. Both of them we could play together. One of them is free, so that one I need to send you a link to. The other one, I'm going to have to argue with myself whether I want to purchase it or not. But that's even future Pyro's problem, not current Pyro's problem. Special. Let's do this. The one, I should say the one that's free is a tech demo. It's not really much of a game yet. But it's shaping up to be real fucking good. And knowing you, and knowing Agon, and knowing me, I think we would have a lot of fun with it. I will absolutely send them to you by DMs. The tech demo one especially, I've been wanting to stream. I'm just going to say it rather than be coy. It's called Starship Simulator. It's basically the game every Star Trek person wants to have eventually. It's a Starship bridge simulator where you're just in a Star Trek-like Enterprise-like ship, just going about the universe with different workstations. In theory, you could play by yourself, but it's better to have enough players to cover it. It's similar to Starship... Oh, God, what did they call it? There is one that's VR that is branded by Star Trek, but I believe it's only VR, which kind of damages its reach. And if I remember right, it wasn't fully simulated, whereas Starship Simulator is fully simulated. It takes you 15 minutes to start up the ship because of how many buttons and switches there are, and every buttons and switches there is does something in the game, which is fan-flippin-tastic. It is an excellent tech demo. It just needs more love. Can't wait. Oh, Juniper is now an adult. Excellent. Okay, so we still don't have anything going on here. Let's do more special training. We need moves, baby. Power. It is likely you will learn a new move. Okay. Sense. Possibility. Alright. Technique. Probably. That's the best one. Speed. Possibility. Toughness. Unlikely. Okay, so we're gonna do technique. We're gonna get accuracy up. Oh, no. Not accuracy. Bridge Commander? Oh, was that the name of the one for Star Trek? I wanted to play that, but if I remember right, it's VR only. I hope I'm not mixing that up. That's what kills me with that one. And not knowing enough people to play it. If it's multiplayer. If it's multiplayer only and VR only, I'm kind of double screwed on that. Starship Simulator is single player possible. It's just takes a lot of running around. Yes, I did notice I learned a new move. I just knew I was going to go right back into special training, so it wasn't worth me, like, looking up, because I knew I was going to immediately be learning another one. I will check what the move is once we're kind of done with our sequence here. Ah, come on, Juniper. You can win this fight. There you go. I was going to say you can win the fight. You've just got to land something. Bridge Commander is older and able to be done by yourself. No VR needed. Oh, really? I might be mixing up games then. I'll have to look. Accuracy up 42 points, life up 11, and a new skill. That's what we needed. So we just got to get accuracy up a little bit more so he is at the threshold we need him. I believe... When's the next official? February. I think we'll be there at that point. I mean, by thresholds. Because my threshold for the B class is 350. He'll be there in either, or in probably 2 of the 3 skills that he needs. He's awfully close in all 3 of them. 3 of the 4 of them. Life, he's already there. Alright, let's see what moves you got, because hopefully you got Bite. That will be very useful. Yes, you do. Bite and Dive Charge. That's different. Okay. Trample isn't very good. Wait, you already had Bite. Oh my god, I forgot you already had Bite this whole time. What the hell have I been doing? I've just been tailing people to death. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna do normal training now to try to get him over those thresholds. Alright. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. That's not horrible. Alright. Another one from Angst. There we go. We've got accuracy and power over the threshold. I know you're tired, but I think I'm gonna... never mind. Go rest. We can do a level 1 training next week. Okay, so defense. That's the one you're kind of lacking. Hey, Cucumber. Been a minute since I've trained with you. Bonk. Well done. 11 points of defense. So he's definitely not predisposed to it, but he has decent gains. Okay. How old are you? Yeah, you're not even a year old yet. See, we are doing very well. Because if... I mean, if we win here, he'll be in his A class before he's even a year old. And that puts us in an excellent position. Let's go, Juniper. Go, 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 go. Nice, and a crit. That's what we needed. Okay. I'm alright with that. Let's switch to biting, since we frickin' have that one. Oh, that is a huge accuracy loss. No, it's not. 10 percentage points is not that much. Never mind. But Dragon Bite is going to get us a lot more bang for our buck here. Go. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, for the cost, that is way better. So tail to weaken them, or if I just need accuracy, bite to actually do some damage. Go, 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 go. Spam, spam, spam. She'll need to enter all the fights to make up for the cost. While that is true, we did start off with about 15,000 in the bank, which is a good baseline. For any monster that you know you are going to try to beat the game with, it's always good to have a pretty deep pocket, because you will generally operate them at a loss. That was especially true with Monster Rancher 2 and the no rest strategy. Like, the whole concept of the no rest was you were buying and using items every week, so it was like your first few monsters had to be money makers just so you could have the deep pockets to afford that last monster. So if Juniper is unable to do it, we're going to have to re-examine our raising technique, and I may have to go through 2 more monsters just to raise enough capital to deal with our next monster. But that's future Pyro's problem also. New tech. Oh yeah, dive charge. That's not great. That's, for the cost in guts, that did not do enough damage to justify it. Unlike Dragon Bite, which is way cheaper and does just about the same damage. Provided he lands it. Come on, Juniper, you gotta do better, buddy. It is a sweet animation. And also terrifying. If you're a monster and you just see the dragon just rear back and get a frickin' running start to fly at you, it's a problem. It's a problem that's going to leave you as a bloody splat against the wall. In my notes, I also have the missing exercises that we need. And again, I'm trying not to think too much because that is my problem. My just general overall problem. But if Juniper doesn't make it, do we use Juniper as breeding stock, or do we use him as a new coach? Because there are arguments on both sides of that. The one big one that we are missing in my list, there are 2 exercises that give more life, like double gains on life, and that is the one thing we are absolutely missing. There's one that gives life and defense at the cost of speed, another that gives life and power at the cost of intelligence. And life and power at the cost of intelligence is not going to hurt us since we're not using intelligence monsters. Ah, Ginergy, you bring up a good point. Because of Juniper's skill set, using him as breeding stock is probably the better option. But in that case, to get those missing exercises, we would need to make a monster that is going to be basically a throwaway, whose only job is going to be to bring up those 2 stats, whichever 2 I pick, so I can get a really good coach out of the deal. Which, again, is the reason why I like this game so much, because of the long-term thinking of it. This is not the long-term strategy shit that I had to do in other Monster Rancher games. Other Monster Rancher games, it's just every monster is make them as good as they can be, and then combine them, or, you know, or they will just win. There's no additional long-term thinking behind it. Nice try, Juniper. Switch to tail. Go. Good. Again. I should follow up, like, if they're staggered, I should be using Bite, since that's higher accurate. That's how we did it, right? That was the basic strategy. Tail to stagger, and then follow up with Bite. And then the AI just couldn't stop us. Alright. Another victory. And, I mean, we're guaranteed at least being tied for first. Well, now, yeah, we're... Winning is... yeah, I mean, even if we lose, we'll have a rematch against Bloodley to take the victory, so we're doing just fine. Good dodge. Good dodge. Go. I tried to get off another move, but he did something, so it canceled out his stagger. Go. Nice. Did it again. He wouldn't let me take advantage of the stagger. Oh, Bloodley, you're being a little smart about how to fight. You've got a decent trainer. Too bad your genetics are stopping you from being any stronger or faster because, yeah, you're in trouble now. That's fine. Juniper is still undefeated and has, in fact, gotten into the A class before he turned 1. We are on a very, very good path right now. $3,000 out of it too. That's one training session at Agima. And we got in the 2 stats we didn't need, but that's fine. You know what? That's okay. It's not always about stats, and sometimes RNG works against you. Not even mad about it. Alright, so his next threshold is 450 and his 4 big stats. So hopefully we can get him there fairly easily. I was hoping to get lucky on an ad, but didn't get one. How much money do I have? We still have 15 grand. That's quite a bit of cash. Yeah, man. Let's do another special. Power is likely. Sense is possibility. Technique is unlikely. Speed is possibility. Toughness is unlikely. Ooh. So, power. Yeah, we'll take the likely. Oof. Yep. We rarely win against this dude, but it's fine. We actually might beat him. Oh! Oh no, I think we still got him. Barely, but we did get him. Excellent. Good job, Juniper. 53 points in power. That's what we need. And a new skill. Excellent. That couldn't have gone any better. So now... D combo. Was that the one we had? I think that was the one we had before. I much prefer D combo. This dive charge thing is just not worth it. I think we already had a mono frag too. Let's see. Yes, gives magic resistance, which we don't need right now. You know what? I would rather just sell those. Not the coral. Yeah, those are worth 3 grand each. We sell 2 of those, and all of a sudden we can afford 2 more special trainings with no problem. So yeah, we're already up to 18 grand again. Fuck it. Let's go back into the special training. Provided one of those is a likely. Yeah, there's a likely. So likely, possibility, unlikely, probably. That's the one we want. Unlikely. Okay, even though it's speed and that's kind of a few wasted stat points, I want the skill, so let's do it. Why are you the speed teacher? You literally cannot pick a slower monster to be a speed teacher than a fucking rock. What the hell? You imagine that in the NFL? Alright, Aaron Rodgers, we're gonna start you with speed training. Just stare at this rock for the next hour. Alright, do you feel faster yet? What the fuck? Ow! Ah, the rock got mad. You know what, Ledge? That is a good logical point. The reason he teaches speed is it's dodge or die. That's... Wow, reaching into the vault, I'm thinking of the movie Dodgeball and hucking wrenches at people. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, or whatever the fuck that line was. Go, go, go! Ah, that's fine. See, if I was a worse YouTuber, I would, well, did he learn? Okay. I was gonna say I would have saved Scum if he didn't learn the move out of it, but at least he did, so... And who cares? I'm never gonna save Scum. And hello, Lakemane, thank you for joining the stream. Okay. A class. See, we need to at least try it. We need to try every single official tournament just in case we get through. Even if it's a lucky win. He's not ready. None of his stats are at the competitive threshold. So he's not ready for this. Well, okay, you know what? Actually, one of the things I learned in with the last monster, if he's not at the competitive threshold, it's better to not do the tournament, because if I can't even get second place, then there's no reason, like, I get nothing out of doing it. Other than, I guess, stress reset. So never mind. Oop. Okay, see, that's better. Since his numbers are below the threshold, it's better to do a special training. Because then we can get those numbers at the threshold. Speaking of which, what did you learn? D combo. You learn... Oh, D wing. D wing. Accuracy A. That... Accuracy A, damage B? So it's high accurate. It's more accurate than bite. And does the exact same damage plus has a high crit rate. What? Okay. Let's put that on bar 2 and give that a shot. Alright, so yeah, he can't possibly get competitive currently. So let's do more special training then. Because he's behind in all 4 of his stats. Power is likely. Yeah, that's fine, Aroma. Possibility for intelligence. Unlikely for accuracy. Unlikely for speed. Unlikely for defense. So power only. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I need to get it up anyway. Let's do it. If you were a worse YouTuber, you would know I should be nice and not name names. Let's pick someone we can all agree is a douche. If I was a worse YouTuber, I'd be Logan Paul. That kind of thing. Is that what you wanted to say? I agree with what you're saying, though. Why give people like that any additional exposure? Okay. Try D-Wing. Let's... Oh my god! Ah, it didn't land. You know what? Since this is even just a training fight, let's just use D-Wing and hopefully it lands. I just want to get a judge of how much damage this thing does. There we go. 43 damage is not bad, given how much defense this dude has. Because our tail whip is doing less than half of that. So, about double the damage and higher accuracy for double the cost. That's not a bad trade-off. It's also not great. It's not something I would want to do. It's not something I would want to rely on, but it's not a bad move. So, good to have that one in our back pockets. Yeah, it's alright, Juniper. I understand. You're wiped out. We'll sign you up for the next normal tournament. And otherwise just do normal training because we need to try to get you up there. Because now we're slowing down. 1 year and 3 months. So it's been about, what, 4 months since he's been promoted. So he's slowing down quite a bit. But that's just because the opponent's power is catching up to him. Where is it? D-Claw. Oh, that's the other one that we had. Damage A. That is unbelievably expensive for what it is. I will pass on that. Okay. When's your next battle? 2 weeks. Alright, so get out, do some... Wait, where's your weakest stat at this point? Defense. Alright, that's fine. Work with Gumdrop. Gumdrop's been lonely over there for a minute. Oh, come on now. You're better than that. You're way better than that. Good shape, huh? Let's do a level 1 training. And then we'll send you to the tournament. That way I don't have to rest you. See, now he's at the B class threshold, so he's still 100 points down from where we need him. Oh shit, this may not have been a good idea. No, not worth it. Go ahead and rest him. I screwed that up. I thought he'd be in better shape. Okay, next battle then is the official A. Don't know if he'll be ready for it. So let's just train for now and then go from there. Yeah, we've got to get that defense up. Oh, and I saw Raphael say earlier, he's a very dodgy dragon who doesn't have, for a dragon who doesn't have much speed. That is this game. That's this game being defense-oriented and dodge-oriented. Like, just nothing has high accuracy that I'm used to from, like, Monster Rancher 4. Monster Rancher 4 gave me a weird scale with accuracy because all other Monster Ranchers don't use that kind of accuracy scale. In Monster Rancher 4, any monster could reasonably get like 70% out of all of their moves with no problem. Granted, the way I raised Pixies, especially with Windlore, them having 90% accuracy, that was an aberration. But, which I knew even back then, but... Okay. First week of October is... See, that gets nothing... We don't get anything out of that except stat points. Which is fine. We can have stat points. Just, we don't get anything else out of it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh. So with Monster Rancher 4, every monster was just more accurate. than they were in other Monster Ranchers. So Monster Rancher 4 was a game where it was offense, and it was just offense oriented. It was an offense oriented game. You had to hit hard and you had to hit often because so would the opponent. But in all these other ones, I mean, attacks are usually like 60% chances to hit or whatever, unless you're working with like the really weird breeds that have fancier moves. Frickin' jokers. Alright. So he's not quite where I want him, but he's not too far back. So I think he'll be okay. Monster Rancher 4, you could go with a bulky, high damage golem and just try to counter every attack. Yeah, exactly. Part of my issue with Monster Rancher historically, like for the sake of the channel, has been I go into every single Monster Rancher thinking it's Monster Rancher 4. And then it takes me like 2 monsters to get used to what the game actually wants from me, and then I have to correct it. So when we do Monster Rancher DS, I'm still not going to rewatch my series because I kind of want the surprise. But, like, it's still going to take me another monster or two. But let me rephrase that. Even though I'm not going to watch my old series, it will not take me as long, I don't think, to pick up on what the game is asking for compared to Monster Rancher 4 or whatever. I'm excited, man. I do need to play Monster Rancher DS privately for a very short amount of time to make sure that I can indeed stream it and capture it correctly, because again, that was the problem with the first time we played it. I could not capture it correctly. I think I can now since I have a more powerful computer, but I still need to test it, so that is what I need to do. Alright, good job, Juniper. That's all you needed. One more for insurance. Excellent. Suck it, much. Actually, don't. I don't want to talk to, engage with, or even see a Mochi if I can possibly help it. Screw you, Mochi. Playing a counter golem, you kind of don't mind your accuracy. Oh, that's a good point. Because your accuracy is just... yeah, you just counter with 33% accuracy. Right. Otherwise, you run high-speed monsters who never want to touch the counter mechanic because it gives you a 66% chance to dodge. Exactly. Straight up math. That's how we dealt with Monster Rancher Advance 2 also, which is why, like, I realized how bullshit the counter system was. I mean, from a player perspective, rarely would countering even matter in Monster Rancher Advance 2 because either it mathematically was worse or it wouldn't do enough damage to make it to justify even doing it. The counter system is so interesting for that reason. Like it feels like it gives the player more control, but in actuality, it's a desperation RNG if you're not raising your monsters right. It is a desperation RNG, or an unlucky RNG, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay, so he's there on power, he's there on defense. Life is just a little short, but accuracy needs help. We'll put him on a level 1 accuracy training course with Blue Ellie, and then he'll be ready for the official A tournament. He does not have... he has a pretty decent chance. I wouldn't say a good chance, but he's got a decent chance. He should at least be able to hang with his opponents, and we should at least hopefully get second place out of the deal, even if we don't win it. And even if we don't win it, he will have it by the next time the official A comes around. But hopefully we get it now, because the sooner we get him ranking up, the better. Hello, Rain. Thank you for joining the stream. Monster Rancher 4 and Evo were different beasts in their own right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Monster Rancher 4 is always hit and never be hit, and you can do that in that one, whereas all these other Monster Ranchers you can't. Your accuracy is way too low. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to. But that's fine. And the thing with Monster Rancher 4, though, and even as Ledge says, everyone has their different raising styles. With Monster Rancher 4, always hit, never be hit is so easy to do that I never made a tank in Monster Rancher 4. It's possible Monster Rancher 4 tank builds were easily done. I mean, always hit, never be hit is great, but if you're only hitting for 1 hit point, anything can stop you. Because usually an attack is going to get through over the course of a fight. So, even if all you have is rather than a glass cannon, I guess an iron cannon, then, you know, you could still get some success out of that. Get in there, God. No! No! Attack, Juniper, attack! Ah! Dang it. Well, the accuracy caught up to us. The one stat that we're having trouble raising right now, it caught up to us. So it goes. That tells us exactly what we need to train in. This is not a surprise in the least. And that was Juniper's first loss as well. It's alright. We'll get our vengeance. That doesn't help either, getting shoved all the way back. I think that helped also in Monster Rancher 4 that I don't recall any other Monster Rancher having that I can think of. Having the quick step forward and back. Because without the quick steps, it takes me forever to get back to close range. And the lack of guts charge, like any guts check really hurts a dragon, as you can tell here. I was on my back foot from the very beginning because of that guts check. And so I'm having to spam early just so I've got something going on. We're still losing. Yep, still lost that one. Oh, man! Oh, we were not ready. Accuracy has got to be 450 plus. I'm like, is it even worth continuing the tournament? If we win out, we might be... Oh, man. I don't even think the tournament's worth continuing. I mean, it's one thing to just do it. Have honor or whatever. But, like, for the sake of the show, it's like... You know, why? But it's fine. Just being realistic about the situation. Oh, yeah. The enemies definitely have more everything right now than we do. Oh, come on, man. 50% chance. We desperately need accuracy to come back up. We had it in the 60s and 70s in the last class. Alright, switch to D-Wing. Land one of them. Good. Oh, yes! Absolutely more of that, please. Well done, Juniper. Bacher took a victory, so he would have to lose out, and we would have to win out to even get close to that. Which is not going to happen, but it's okay. Again, not a huge deal. That is the hardest one of all. It's when, as a dragon, they guts check you just immediately. Like, you're on your back foot right from the start. It's good strategy, too. I'm not even complaining. That's just tactics. That's just good tactics. It's the downside of a dragon. Getting guts checked from the start is a problem as a dragon. Simple as that. Go. There we go. There we go! Alright. Because she's hitting hard too. This has suddenly turned into a slugfest. Go. Excellent. Switch to tail. Go. Again. Okay. I'm going to do a small strategy change on him. I'm going to switch the entire first bar to tail whip. That way I have a cheap move. Basically, my first bar is my cheap moves. I didn't want to accidentally use one of the expensive moves from a distance, and that kind of kept me a little paranoid. So, tail whip, and then detail. Yeah, we don't. D-combo, trample. Trample sucks. Let's get trample out of there. Shit, let's just put, what is it? Wing? D-wing in the middle distance, too. I mean, it's cheaper, it just doesn't do as much damage or is as accurate. That's fine for the second bar. Okay. And yep, we cannot catch that one monster. He has too many wins now. But that's okay. It's fine. We were not going to win this tournament anyway. So now if we do special training, it's going to be about which stat we raise, not getting new moves. We're still getting more special... We're getting more points time-wise out of doing special training than we are doing conventional training. I just wonder if we're hurting our lifespan too bad. Fucking hell with that! With the guts check. Holy shit, man. Good dodge. He's got nothing, but we've got to land something. There we go. Alright, even if he does his little confetti bomb again, we'll be fine. Okay, that's less fine. That's a lot less fine. Oh, we're fine. Okay. We're fine, the fight. Excellent work, Juniper. You did your best. Okay, so Bacher... Yeah. Okay. Well, he had one loss. Oh, he just lost to Elsh. Okay. Well, that means we tied for second. And I think the game always favors the player, so if we got second place officially, we'll at least get stat points out of it. Yeah, we got stat points out of it. Alright. Okay. I'm surprised that we managed to get anything out of that, but I'll take it. Please go to accuracy, not speed. Speed does not help me, game. We'll be ready. We'll be ready for the next one. Not a problem. We will be ready for the next one. Yeah, just keep shoving pills in your mouth. God, if only Nisi would take her medicine that easily. Oh, another ad? Hey! Fantastic timing. Smack it. Hey, as long as they earn me victories, Ledge, they can be on as many drugs as they want to be on. Yep, that's fine. Not about the new move, it's about the points. I guess I have been thinking about these teachers wrong. I thought the point of the teachers was that they have the stat you're training in. No, it's that you're fighting things that are testing. That's why your power trainer has such high defense. They are trying to teach you to further your stat. I get it now. I get it. It's not about winning the fight. Alright, just go. Come on, land one. Please, Juniper, I'm begging you. There you go. Considering Juniper's age, he's still doing really good. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's not even 1.5. He made a go at the A class. Like, yeah, he's doing fine. And if you remember, I mean, one of those training exercises was quote-unquote wasted on speed. If I had done it on accuracy, then he'd already be where we need him. So, yeah, he's totally fine. There's another 3 grand he just found us. So I can sell that immediately and put him right into another one. Hi, Crow. Here is 1 monofrag, please. Excellent. Thank you. Nope, I'm good for everything else. As long as we don't miss an official tournament. I mean, really, I bet that even with all these specials, all these special trainings, it's probably not hurting his lifespan that much. Right? Unless that's the calculation they do. Because if doing a special training knocks 2 months off their lifespan, it's not worth it. Just for the stat points. Well, because they're only doing about 3 to 4 weeks worth of training, of stat gain. So if it knocks more than that off of their lifespan, it's not worth it. But if it doesn't, then it is worth it. Your cost then is just financial. Oops. That was the wrong time to do that. Tell you what, since you guys are my researchers, go ahead and check Legend Cup or GameFAQs or Google or something. Does the special training in this game knock more than 6 weeks off your lifespan? If it does, it's not worth it just for the points. It is always worth it to get new moves until you've got what you need. I figure with the financial cost, it probably doesn't knock that much off lifespan. There we go. That's all we needed him to get to. So now he's got his he's got all of the stats he needs. I think. I'll have to look again. Yep, February's the next one. So conventional training here on out. Oh yeah, he's got plenty. He's got tons across the board. Okay, I'm not even concerned about defense right now. Let's work on accuracy. That is his biggest weakness. It does not. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Raphael. So in that case, the only reason you should not do, or I should say the offset to doing special training then is the financial cost. So with enough deep pockets, then that's what you always do. Only stress and fatigue. Yeah, you can easily handle that. You rest them and you enter tournaments to reset stress and you're good to go. So provided you have deep pockets, you can engineer a monster to do well. Does not affect lifespan. Thank you both. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so we need to do special training as much as we can afford to do so. Simple as that. And there's no chance of failing, unlike conventional training like this. Defense is the closest. So yeah, so you do conventional training when they're young, you do special training when it's on sale to get the moves, and then otherwise you do as much special training as possible. As much as you can afford. Better than Monster Rancher 2, where errantry does impact lifespan. Exactly, but I believe in Monster Rancher 2, errantry, the point was to get items, right? That didn't help your current monster. With Monster Rancher 2, it took me a while to realize, but it really was harder in Monster Rancher 2 if you're playing casually. Everything I say is always an if you're playing casually, not speedrunning. Monster Rancher 2, it seemed you had more of a reason to specialize also, because you'd have your tournament monster, you'd have your money-making monster, you'd have your adventuring monster, and those three didn't have a whole lot of crossover to each other, and that was the way you would maximize your ability to errantry with stats and skills. Oh, gotcha. You could even be injured and die. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that from my runs. Holy crap. Alright, we've got the stats. Let's do this. Monster Rancher 2 was definitely a more of a hardcore game. That's probably why it's so beloved, because of its difficulty. They really did a lot of quality of life and easy mode-ish tweaks to future Monster Ranchers. Alright, let's do this. Come on, Juniper. Ugh. Oh! Wait. Okay, so that was a guts check. That's a problem. Frickin' hell. Well, we have a 70% chance to hit with Dragon Wing, so that's good. But we still missed. Come on, Juniper, you gotta do better, man. Okay, there we go. That's still not... Yeah, I was gonna say, he's still in a strong position. Because we have no guts. There we go. That's insurance. Oof. Man, that was close. Rover did a number on us. This is also why I typically don't like dragons. I don't like any... I don't like the monsters that have such a slow guts charge that it becomes a crippling problem. Like, I don't need the fastest ones. Like, pixies have, like, either the fastest or second fastest guts charge. I don't necessarily need them, but this is why I do prefer pixies so much, though, because they dodge a lot. They have typically high accuracy. You know, they're glass cannons, and I just prefer in games like this to have glass cannons. Or rather, glass sniper rifles. I've always preferred that in Pokemon. I prefer it in any of these kinds of games. I prefer having glass sniper rifles. That's just my overall strategy. And that's probably true in other tactical games, too. Just in other tactical games, usually there's more you get to work with, so it's not just that easy to... This dude has some incredible defense. We may not have won that. We barely won that. Holy crap. We hit him with everything we had and just barely squeaked by. Glass his ass. I don't know, man. Not if you're a sniper rifle. Take an enemy out with perfect accuracy and without them being able to answer a heavy, heavy hit. I'll take it any day of the week. Okay, Juniper, come on now. Go. Oof. Alright. You're eating too many moves here, Juniper. You should be doing better. The RNG's catching up with us. Oh! Not gonna get very far if we're not if we eat everything. There you go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. That dragon wing is incredibly powerful. Go. Light him up. Excellent. Ooh, close to a knockout, but I'll take the win. If they remade 4 with a little more effort, it will be extremely welcome. DX is good, but I feel 4 needs a little bit more. 4 needs a little help. 4 needs, it needed a journal system, because if you put the game down for 2 months and don't remember what you were supposed to do, like, and even when I say journal system, it can be as simple as a menu option where you ask Rio what the fuck you were doing, and she's just like, don't you remember, idiot? We just need to talk to some idiot, some jerk over in the jungle city. And like that's all you need to do. You don't even need to make it an actual RPG journal that opens up a book that has a bunch of listings for quests, because you don't need that. You were only ever doing one thing at a time. You just needed a reminder. Because otherwise it was like you'd have to either enter every tournament you could, explore everything you could, or talk to everybody you could, so you could stumble upon the thing you needed to do to advance the story. Other than that, and inverting the goddamn x-axis when it comes to the camera, I can't really think of too many things Monster Rancher 4 did wrong. Like, I really liked a lot of it. But I agree it needs a little help, but I don't think it needs as much help as, like, a complete flippin' overhaul. The thing with Monster Ranchers 1 and 2 is Koei Tecmo proved that for the DX version, they are willing to go back in and dick around with the code a little bit. Because they changed the lifespans to the Japanese version. In addition to all the quality of life, they went in and changed the AI logic of your opponents. So it's like, if you're gonna go that far, just add a friggin' mode or question or menu option where Rio tells you what your next storyline objective is. That's all I ask. It's the only thing I ask for. Please, Koei. I'll even take the shittier PS2 graphics. Just give me a way to remind me what I need to do next. The battles looked easy? Ish. I thought the challenge level of Monster Rancher 4 was fine. The thing is, with my runs, I never did any of the really extra stuff. Because I was so focused on the story. Like, I don't think in any of my runs we ever did any of the plus dungeons. But I will admit that there weren't any super tournaments, I don't think, in Monster Rancher 4. Like, there were not the great 4 tournaments. You only had to worry about getting through the storyline. So once, yeah, I guess you probably did see the biggest S-rank tournaments. Yeah. Yeah, you could add like a few of the great 4 or frickin' whatever. That wouldn't necessarily be bad. Okay, anyway. We're now the S rank. We got the stats we didn't need. Fantastic. Although with speed being that close, I should just have him do 1 more speed so he gets it over a level. But the good news is he's now in the S rank. He's not 2 yet. I think he's 1.5. So he is running out of time, but we're doing okay. I just don't know if we can carry him the rest of the way. But we'll use all the money we've got to do special training, and maybe that'll get us there. So I guess it doesn't matter which one we pick. The threshold now is 550. So let's just pick power and go from there. Yup, accuracy is closest, but everything else is under 500. We need everything at 550. And then we'll be in good shape. So if Juniper doesn't make it, that means our next monster is going to have to be a moneymaker on top of trying to learn how to be a coach. for life and power. And then we'll be better suited for the next monster after them to try to win the game. Let me ask you guys this, because I'm paranoid about it. Do you mind how long the series is going? Because this is stream number 11, I think, that we've done of Monster Rancher. Of this specific monster. It's the one thing I'm paranoid about more than anything else in YouTube. That you guys are going to get bored if I over-focus on Monster Rancher. Or if, like, a Monster Rancher run takes us a certain length of time. I'm paranoid you guys are going to not like it. But it could just be in my head and I'm worrying about nothing. So, you know. Because I know how popular speedruns are on YouTube, so it's like, should I be a speedrunner? Or, you know, or try harder? Like that kind of thing. Length of series does not matter. This is us hanging out and enjoying a game type we all like. See, that's the way I wanted to do the channel, yes. Just always paranoid that I'm not good enough. But that'll probably never change. You know, I mentioned before, even if I had Markiplier numbers, I'd probably still be like, do enough people like me? And, you know, I'm being silly. See, Ledge, that is what I need. No, oh god, I almost said the phrase no cap. Someone shoot me. No exaggeration, although I know you know this, but I hate needing those head pats. But when it comes to this kind of shit, especially hearing it from the audience, I do need those head pats to know that I am on the right track with the channel. So, Raphael says, not at all, it's fun and chill. Excellent. Oh, thank you guys. Because that helps settle it in my brain where... Because I always have that voice going faster, faster, faster. They will get bored. Go faster. And, like, it's just nice that I don't have to listen to that voice. Hi, Akamura. Wow, you're dressed. Normally you wander out here for... Oh, I guess it is late. You're having to get ready for work, huh? I'm sorry, what? You fell asleep at noon? You've only been asleep for 5 hours. What the hell? Are you okay? Aw. Okay. Yeah. It is karaoke night. Aw. What do you mean, what do I mean, aw? I'm sure no one in the bar would complain if you sang a Taylor Swift song or something. You know what? Yeah, I take that back. Given where we are and the fact you work in the bar, yes, they would be upset if you sang specifically Taylor Swift. You need to learn... You need to learn how to sing like Shania Twain or... I actually don't know enough country artists to even joke about that. Yeah. Well, there you go. You need to sing Shania Twain to prove to her how to sing a Shania Twain song. Yeah. I wish you were mic'd up. Alright. Be safe. You got this. Oh no, a smooch. Yeah, you have your uses. Make that money. Make that paper. Huh? You'll be alright. You still enjoy the job. Bye. What? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's almost football season. Sweet. Yeah, fingers crossed. Alright, bye. Thank you for your patience, all, for that. Okay, so we've got power to 550, we've got life to 550, accuracy's just behind, defense is lagging. It is the second week. Let's sneak in a defense training. And then I will try the S-rank tournament because since we're only ever slightly behind, we might win it. And if we win it, or not win it, get second. Juniper gave us some drugs. Excellent. Thank you. I'm going to keep those rather than sell those. But that's helpful too. Alright, so rest up for this week. We will try the S-class tournament. It seems my number thresholds have been accurate. Those are definitely the thresholds where it's like, we can win. It's just very difficult to win. And I'm still keeping my notes about when those invitations come, because that will affect the timing of when we are able to do any specialized training and when we have to do conventional training. Loads of speed, high accuracy, loads of intelligence. Decent defense in life. Ugh. Yup. We've got to stay within close range so we don't get guts checked. Go, go, go! She tried! She tried guts checking us right off the bat. But luckily she got confused and we got real lucky on that one. Nope, 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 no, 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 no! Run away from the kisses! What's wrong with you, Juniper? No! Oh my god! Down to 18 cuts. Fuck. See, that's why I wanted to... I should have tried leading with the heavier move, but it's fine. We're dealing with it. We're dealing with it. There we go. You finally dodged one. There we go. She can't come back from that. And she got confused again. Wow, that's a surprise at the S rank. Alright, one victory. As if you do the same in Juniper's position. Exactly! I'm not having to punch her. I just get to absorb the kisses. And anything else she wants to give me. Slaps and kicks, I'll take those too. Oh my god. 500s across the board. Alright. Same strategy, though. I mean, yeah. The AI just wants to immediately guts check you. I get it. They're very aggressive. And I'm actually okay with that, because I would do the same thing in their shoes. If I knew that landing a guts check move would immediately give me an advantage, why not do that, you know? Unfortunately, we are not in the same boat. It's alright. Yeah, keep fin slapping me. It's fine. Go, Juniper, go. There you go. Nice. Nice. Nice hit. Excellent work. Again. Ah. It's alright. We landed one. That should be enough to get us through. Dang it. Alright. Same deal with this guy, too. And they have guts check moves immediately. So what I need to do is I need to attack. Yeah, see, he's immediately put me in a position where I have to land a D-Wing. Nothing else is going to work. And all of his moves are guts checks. You've got to dodge him, Juniper. We have no other option here. Yep. Frick. Alright. Go. Land it. There you go. We still might be behind. Okay, switch to detail. Go. There we go. Alright, now we're ahead, and I think... Yeah, as long as we stay within licking range, he can't stop us. Go ahead, lick me. That's fine. Fuck you. Still got the win off of a percentage. 3 down, 2 to go, and I'm being texted by Akamura? Nope, by a robot servant telling me what the Cubs game was. Thank you, Alexa. I don't need to know right now. You suck. Okay, Noor has won out so far. 500s across the board. I shouldn't be surprised. We never got that move with our dragon, with our zoom. Okay. If that's all he's got in the close range, then we should be okay. He doesn't have any guts check moves from the middle or close range, so we need to stay away from the far range if possible. Excellent. That's what we needed. All right, switch to your tail. This is more of a standard fight than what, or like that we've been doing so far. Hello, Kroby. Thank you for joining the stream. Did I walk into a porn set? Well, it is me playing, so kinda, sorta. Go. Spam. Well done. 4 wins, 4 battles. Clinched first place. The only one who could possibly stop us is Noor, if he wins out and if he wins on the playoff. So our strategy at this point is get out of the guts check, because he's gonna do it immediately. Yup. Good dodge. That is a guts check move. Go. Excellent. Fantastic work. Switch to your tail. And now we just chill out for a minute. That's 2 monsters at the S-Class who are getting confused. That's so surprising. I guess this really is the strategy for the slow guts chargers. You just have to get really high defense so you can absorb anything the enemy throws at you, and then stay out of the range of the guts check moves, or you have to have extremely high speed so you dodge the guts checks moves, and then you can fight conventionally. Yeah, we're good here. So that puts Juniper in the S-Class. So he's ready to do the final 4. The final 4 threshold I calculated was 750. So as long as he's able... As long as he's able to get there, and then hopefully he can survive the finale if there is one. There's always a finale. Okay. Defense up by 67. That was really good. Alright. So now we're in a position where I have to do intel gathering so I know when the invitations come. See, I really want to do that, but If the invitation comes this month, I won't know it. How old are you? You're not even 2 yet, right? Oh no, you're 2 years, 3 months. Shit. He's got about a year left. Alright, let's... I have to intel gather. I will not do special training, because we need to know when the tournaments... When the invites come out. I need that intel. So we will not do special training for the rest of his time yet. Yeah, it's okay. We'll get him rested up. Nicely done. Critical success. Give me more of those. 750 is what we are aiming for. Oh man, I so desperately need a Life Plus Plus coach. It's, oh man, it's so tough for me to... Jinergy's right that he really would be better breeding stock, but he would also be an excellent coach in that Life Plus Plus Defense Plus training exercise. Man, I wish I could just clone you and make a second one of you. Juniper, you're so good. Yep, I mean, he's still getting his gains. Long-term planning. The thing is, they're both long-term planning, because using him as breeding stock will make an extremely powerful monster. But having him as a coach, like the next generation, like we'd be resetting our generation count. Since he's our first Generation 2 monster, I mean, if you combine a Generation 2 monster with a Generation 1 monster, that's still not as good as doing 2 Generation 2 monsters, I think. So... I've always assumed coaches are better suited for Generation 1 monsters. Just make another generation, second gen, and breed them with Juniper for a third. Right, exactly. There we go. Okay, so this is an invitation to the E1 Grand Prix. One moment. E1... Oops. E1 Grand Prix. Invitation comes in, and then I'll have to know once we get done here. The E1 Grand Prix is in week 2 of October. Be sure to register for it. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so they all come 1 month before the actual tournament. So week 2, September. Invitation comes a week. So that just means we have to be here on the farm week 2 of September, or we miss that invitation. So we could do a long training, say August 1, or even August 2, just as long as we're back by September 2. Alright. How you feeling? Are you good? I think you're still good. Yep, keep climbing that defense number up. Alright, so sign for that. And rest for this. I don't think he's ready for the Big Four tournaments, but obviously, because of the nature of them, we need to just do them, so it goes. This also allows me to plan, by writing down when the invitations come, it would allow me to freeze a monster and then unfreeze them in time to get it, which would artificially extend their lifespan. Whoops. Correcting an issue in my notes. There we go. Okay. I don't care if Juniper's in good shape. He's resting this week. Okay, Juniper. This is going to be your first of the Big Four. You are 2 years, 6 months. You're going to have to make it another 9 at least, 9 months to beat the game. I don't think you can do it, but you're going to put us on the best path to possibly win. Who will get the Grand Prix? Many monsters have gathered here to attain the initial E. Who will be number 1? E1 Grand Prix is about to begin. None of that made sense, Francesca, but thank you. Alright, let's do this. Have confidence or whatever. Oh, Ledge, you're one of my favorite people. Alright, let's go. Fucking Zans. What the fuck? Oh, does that just mean he's going to dodge the next attack? I mean... Okay. Does it just last forever? If so, okay, so I'll just waste my... this, because that's the lowest amount of guts cost. Oh no, it's just permanent. Whatever that is, it's just permanent. Alright. Let's try our D-Wing? Oh, maybe he gets to dodge multiple? I don't understand. Well, we're gonna have to just spam now, because he's got... Okay, so it was 3 attacks. He was able to dodge 3 attacks that we sent at him. Just automatically or something. And he beat us right at the end. Oh! If I had known what that was, I could have planned better for it. But I'll get him next time. And we haven't lost yet. We haven't lost the tournament yet. Damn, that hits hard. Okay. That hits about as hard and costs him more, so we favor the punches. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. Nicely done. We're now even with him. We're eating too many shots. For what our defense is, we're eating too many shots. Alright, I'm just gonna D-Wing him. Nope, 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 nope. Stay out of that. There you go. Spam him. Spam, 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 spam. Good job. That's a victory. That means we have a chance. If we can beat any monster, it means we have a chance at the tournament. We just have to hope Tenebra loses, which he just did. Okay, so we have to beat Thorn, and then we would have a rematch against Thorn. 700s across... Well, no. He's not a 700 across the board. Huh, I could probably do the Final Four at 700 rather than 750. 750 would be domination. Let me make that correction in my notes. I hadn't verified I hadn't been able to verify the numbers until now, so 700's probably competitive. Okay, let's do this. Learn the hard way, I need to do D-Wing instead of frickin' Tail. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Tail will get me through, since Punch Rush wasn't that hard-hitting. Just Tail might be enough for us. Get him. Yep, that figures. Freaking coin flips, man. He's not doing that much damage to us. He just gets a quick guts recharge compared to us. Yeah, and then that shit's gonna keep happening. Alright. It's okay. Okay, light him up. Yep, we got him on the first, and the second was insurance. Okay, so we have a chance here. We absolutely have a chance. Because we'll rematch Thorn, and we'll just do the exact same strategy. We've definitely guaranteed second place, so we're going to get some stat points out of it, if nothing else. Get in there. Good. Good, good, good. That's the one I'm afraid of. The scissors. That hits awfully hard. Keep your guard up, Juniper. Good dodge. Yes, more of that, please. Get him. Nice! RNG is on our side this time. It's okay. You've got more hit points than he does. Wow, that did fuck all. That's more of a guts check than I realized it was. Get in there. Good dodge. Get him. Alright. Then we switch to D-Wing, and then we'll spam him under 10 seconds. We're still winning, but we've got to land something just in case he lands something. There we go. That's insurance. He's not coming back from that, and we got it! One Great Four is done! We have not won a Great Four tournament until now. Juniper has taken us one more step toward the ending of the game. Very well done, buddy. And we got those in the stats we didn't need. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna make a mark here. That we did win the... Nope, not that one. We didn't win that one. This is the one we need. Okay. Hello, I'm Ayase! You have mail from Agima. Thanks! Oh, Pyro! Because we won that earlier tournament, we were given a higher rank. We won the Great Four tournaments. No, we didn't. We won one of them, singular. So now we're at level 7. I can't grammar. I know you can't. Next week is the big Agima... Yeah, we're not doing the official. Are you friggin' shrooming? Have you been getting into the monster's drug stashes there, Aroma? Alright, we still need intel, so I'm still not gonna put him on... Let's see. I'm still not gonna put him into a special training, but I'm like looking here. So one invitation is month 2, another is month 9. Those are 7 apart, not 6. So it's not every 3. So yeah, I can't send him on special training. I don't want to risk missing when the tournament invitations come. Alright, so if we assume the 700 is the threshold, not 750, then I'm going to stop on defense and start working on his accuracy. We'll have to do a few defensive trainings here and there to offset the losses, but what we need is accuracy 700 right now. And we have 20 grand. So not only he's paid for himself, but he actually has made a profit, which is really surprising given how many trainings we've paid for at Agima. This is great. He's in really good shape. We have a chance, folks. Yeah, Juniper's worn out. It's okay. We'll be alright. Oh, yep, there's another one. See? That's why we couldn't do it. It's the Winner's Cup. Okay. Yeah, that one was real close. So that was November that we got the thing. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that was only 2 months afterward. Okay. So, Winner's Cup invitation comes in week 3, November. Alright. Okay. Keep on training your accuracy there, buddy. Nice job. It is still definitely nowhere near where I want it, but it's... We're just working. We're just working. I want to make sure defense stays at like 708 or 705 to make sure that this doesn't... that the reduction doesn't take us below a level. Not at this level. We can't afford to lose a level right before a tournament. Ayase, this is not the time. My god, why didn't you give me all these ads earlier in his lifespan? The hell's wrong with you? Okay. So, we've got a... We have time to do a level 1 tournament. As usual, I would... Wait. Yeah, we have time to do it. I didn't sign up for it. That was silly. Okay, so we'll do a level 1 life again, because every point matters there. And then his first big training will do defense to get his defense back up to over 705. Alright. Let's do this, buddy. You did the first one, that means you have a chance to do the rest of them. Only the victors are the winners. Yes, Francesca, that's how words work. And these victors fight again and again. The true winner is the one that gets this last cup. Let's go for the cup. Winner's Cup starts now. Francesca, do you have a head injury we don't know about? Because... You know what? Never mind. Oh my god, that's so much power. That is a terrifying amount of power. For him, we want to definitely stay tight, because that's the shit that's gonna kill... Okay. Boy, it's a good thing your monsters can't die in this one. And that should prove also why, like, beyond a shadow, or that should prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I don't use save scums. Because other YouTubers, that would happen to it. They'd be like, let's just roll that back and try again. Nope, we are accepting those results. It sucks, but that's the way we go. So here we go. I need to pet my cat. I don't know where Nisi is. Like I said, she's still recovering, so she's hiding from me. She just still doesn't fully trust me. She doesn't know when I'm going to shove a pipette in her mouth and shoot a bunch of fluid into the back of her throat that she doesn't like. I feel so bad for her. Like, I mean, none of us like taking our medicine, and for her it's even worse because, you know, just like a child, you can't explain to them this will make you feel better. It's 5 minutes of annoyance and bad tasting for a really good overall thing to happen. You just have to be patient and do the thing, but she just doesn't understand, and that's okay. But I still feel bad. Alright. Go. Spam them. By which I mean do 2 moves, basically. There we go. Good job, Juniper. He's not going to come back from that. Excellent job. So yeah, other than the Golem, we're doing okay. We even could have beaten the Zan if I had understood what caution was and if I would have gotten a little bit better RNG, we would have been okay. This is the same Naga we just fought, right? I love his color scheme. Is he a Naga Antlin? Is that with the purple and the yellow? Oh, shit! Ah, I took my hands off the controller! It's fine, we're good. Everything's fine. Stop panicking, Pyro. Okay, we're still behind, but we're in okay shape. I'm just gonna have to... He's got enough defense that we're gonna have to land several tail whips if we want to have a shot. Or we're gonna have to land a solid D-wing. I guess I could... No, we've got enough guts. I can sneak in another move. Oh god, dodge it. Thank you. Holy crap. Okay, never mind on that. Go, 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 go. Okay, that... We are still behind, so we've got to get one more in there. I think we're behind. We've got to land... Land something! God damn it! I'm pretty sure we lost. Ah! Shit. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so... The big issue there now is we're going to have to wait a year before he has a chance. Yeah, I guess Juniper did his best. Man, that sucks. That really sets us back. Because it's now going to be a full year before we can try that tournament again. And I'm not entirely sure he can last that long. But it's still not worth freezing him yet. Because we need to keep training him to try. And his stats were still well below where they should have been for doing this. So I think he did do as much as he could. If he had 750s across the board and still had that situation happen, I'd be a little bit pissed. But he only had one stat within the threshold, so he's doing okay. Bastion was that theory of only power and accuracy. Yeah, he was absolutely a friggin' sniper rifle. But he had more defense than glass. He was an iron sniper. He was a sniper rifle. He was just a normal ass sniper rifle. Alright. Keep it going. See, the upside of this... I mean, there's not really an upside. If this was to happen another time, then, like, if he had the lifespan and we just had to blow off time, then we could just spam special training. Because why not? Once I have the intel, then I don't need to wait around for the invitation again. You know what I mean? And, like, we can skip the September window. We can skip the E1 Grand Prix because he's done that already. So we don't have to worry about it. I just need the... So the next one that I see, it looks like the Greatest 3 comes week 3 of February. That's one that we got before. So, yeah. So this is the E3. I mean, the Greatest 3. Yup, and this is week 3, February, so it is consistent. Okay. So I could have done a special training in there. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Just intel gathering. If you make a golem like that, we need to name it Randy Savage. That's not a bad name for him. I'm trying to think if there were any... Actually, I guess Jimmy Snuka would be the closest who did a splash off the top rope as his finisher. But Jimmy Snuka murdered his girlfriend, so fuck that guy. Okay, so sign up for greatest 3. And then rest. Big Show? If Big Show came off the top rope with a splash, it would kill a man. I like this. I like the professional wrestling references. Also, that tells me your era, Ledge. Since you don't like professional wrestling, but you know certain names, I'm like... I wouldn't say you're dating yourself, per se, especially since I know roughly how old you are, but I'm just like... It does not surprise me that that was the era where you heard of them. Alright. Defense back over 705. Life gained a few points. He's definitely slowing down. Okay. Juniper's in good shape, but we need to rest. Next week is the tournament. Yeah, I've been trying to teach Lena about the different eras of wrestling. Like, the Golden Era, the New Gen Era, and the Attitude Era were where it was at. And then once we entered the Ruthless Aggression Era, shit got weird. Shit got real flashy and flippy, but at least it's not AEW. AEW is just nothing but flippy shit. It's horrible. Alright, greatest 3. Why is it called the greatest 3 when it's 1 of 4 and there's 4 dudes in the tournament? It's so... Oh, God. Bastion is in this one. Oh, no. Ashvane isn't much better. 800... Go! Go, 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 go! That was a 99% accuracy move, and it did only 45 damage. Oh, my God! Yeah, Ashvane is the type of monster I like. Extremely high accuracy and power at the cost of his speed, really. His speed's garbage. Wow, he is trashing us because he's landing every single one of those moves. That's why I love Durahans so much, because their moves are cheap, yet they're very hard-hitting and accurate. Oh, that's what I should have been taking. I should have been taking his back attacks. That figures. It figures that his weakest attacks are the intelligence ones. Ugh. Man, couldn't do much about that one. Oh gosh. All right. I mean, we have a chance. If we win 2 and then we tie for first and then we... Oh my God, that is so much health and defense. I think it is 750. I don't think I can do this under 750 power because of the sheer... I mean, not consistently. We did good... Well... You know what? That's not... He hasn't taken that much health out of us. Yeah, he hasn't taken that much health out of us. We're only slightly behind right now. His front move is extremely expensive. See, now we're ahead. Now we're solidly ahead. That was insurance. No? Okay. So, you know what? 700s across the board are probably okay. There are just certain monsters that I'm going to have to change my strategy on based on the sheer amount of bullshit they do. So we need Ashvin and Bastion. No, we just need Ashvin to lose, because Bastion will have to get past anyway. We need a second victory anyway. So Okay, good. Perfect. So now we have to beat Bastion, and we have to beat him a second time. All right. We got this. This is all we can... I mean, there's nothing for it. This is what we have to do. He has 800 defense on top of 900 power. He just only has 300 accuracy, but our speed is so low that he's got a high chance to land the move anyway. Well, 31% isn't very good. I take that back. He actually... I could try to put all my eggs into that basket and be like, I dare you to try just one punch. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, because punch is so cheap, it doesn't matter that it has a low chance to hit. One of them is going to land. So what we need him to do is we basically need to bait him into using his splash, his dive press, and then hope it misses. Like, that's all we can do. But now we are so far behind that there is just no way we can come back. He landed fucking, what, 4 out of 5 on a 45% chance? Fuck you, Bastion. That's so absurd. Alright, whatever. There's another loss for us. You need a specialized monster at least Gen 3. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean... What do you do about that? There's just nothing you can do about that. That is why I have said from the beginning why power matters so much in Monster Rancher, because one attack will always slip through. It does not matter how low your to-hit chance is, as long as you can spam moves and land something. If it's a quality move, you can beat the game. This is why I have never made tanks up until Monster Rancher Advance 2. Because you just... having a pure tank just didn't matter in any of the other Monster Ranchers. And even here, I'm not even sure like 999 defense would have gotten us to the point where we could have taken that. So, I don't know. It almost feels like you need a monster with 900 defense and 900 power or intelligence and a decent amount of accuracy. And that's the only way you can possibly beat the game. Consistently. But I'm still okay with the way we're going now. It he's not gonna, unfortunately, our boy here, Juniper, is not going to take us to the credits. So we've got another monster in the tank at some point. So at this point, what our boy is going to do for us is more intel gathering. Because I still need to grind away here until the 4th invitation comes. Okay. Well, now I know where it is. Wow, that is right after Greatest 3. Holy crap. Okay, so that name is Age Mons Cup. Alright. Age Mons Cup. Invitation comes in week 2 April. So there's just a large window between the Age Monsters Cup and then the next one. Interesting. Alright, well, we've got our intel now. That's what I really badly needed. I needed our intel. So from here on out, now that I know the timing of all that, we're just going to keep training and see what we can do. Because I assume it's like every other Monster Rancher, right? You have to win all 4 of the big 4 with a single monster, right? So we can't simply just... Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. We're fine. Just gonna keep playing the way I'm playing. It's fine. This isn't insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, because we're not. We're still... We've gained intel. We're gaining strength. We're going to be able to use our boy here as either a coach or a breeding stock and get a Gen 3. I still think a Gen 3 is the smarter move, because we've proven we can get a good coach off of Gen 1, so there's no reason to waste our Gen 2 as a coach. Dude, you have got to dodge more. These RNGs, man, I don't know what is going on, but we are really struggling with RNG. Look at that. We whiffed on a 70 and he hit 244s. Like, come on. Come on, Monster Rancher. Okay, 344s. Come on, Monster Rancher. What are you doing to me, man? You know what I think we should do is, since Juniper's definitely not going to make it, like, he's not going to beat the game for us, I think we should get our Durahan out of storage for our next monster, because that proved just how fucking incredible they are. And if we can get that Durahan up to the 700s, if we can combine a strong Durahan with a strong dragon, like, holy tits, we're gonna have some strength, you know? Some overall strength. Alright, what did you drop? Magic Orb. Gives magic knowledge. Well, I don't need that, so we're just gonna sell that shit. For $6,000! Holy crap! Yes, please. Ah, getting even closer to the $65,000 spending goal right now. Alright, so rest up this week. Your tournament is next week, and then at least... So, if nothing else, Juniper lived long enough to attempt the Big Four. Even if he didn't win them all, he certainly has attempted the Big Four. And he won one, so there's nothing wrong with that. Born in age, raised in age, then become the top in age. Natural born age. What? I really think Francesca has some sort of neurological condition. Let's go! Age Monsters Cup! Okay, here's your lollipop. Go sit in the corner. Alright, we've beaten Thorn before. The other two, I don't know. You're the one that we... Okay, we need to land something, and then we fall back and let him do a guts check, basically. Well, we may as well just attack, because... if I'm going to get guts checked anyway, I may as well do attacks right from the start. Put him on his back foot, and then let him guts check me, because who cares? You can't guts check me effectively if I already have 0 guts. So, oh, okay, or he's gonna be confused and not do it at all. So that's fine. Go ahead, guts check me. Guts check me with Whirlwind. Come on, douche. Come on. Yeah, you got nothing. You're the least intimidating of the S ranks. You, I can always handle. Alright. 1 down, 2 to go. We have a chance against the dragon. I can't remember if we fought that specific dragon yet, but we definitely have a chance against him, unless his numbers are crazy. The Joker, I don't know about. Yeah, see, the dragon is kind of spread across the board. The monsters we have to fear are the ones with excessively high power. This is fine. An average monster is fine. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, that's okay. That's a guts check. That's okay. Oh, that wasn't even a guts check. It did fuck all. Even better. Even better. Yeah, you're nothing. You got nothing. The Antlin has nothing. This is fine. So we're just gonna try to get to 80 guts instead of the usual 90 since he guts checked me once. Oh, never mind. We're gonna have to eat it because now he's got me staggered. There we go. Good dodge. All right, get him. Perfect. Yep, we're doing just fine. Just fine. Go. That works. 2 of 2. Oh, boy. Yup, the only monsters really killing us here are the ones with extreme power. I'm curious, then, if extreme defense could get us through. Like, it wouldn't have been an Oko if we had a 999 defense, and especially if we had 999 life on top of that. But could I have done enough damage with those stats to actually fight back? That's cheap enough that I'm worried about it. Okay. So let's do the same strategy here. Let's just land a couple attacks, and then we're going to force him to guts check me. Because I want to see if that's a powerful attack he's got at the middle range. So right now we're comfortably ahead. So I want to keep my distance, because if he guts checks me from here, who cares? So, come on. Oh, damn, his moves are expensive, too. Yeah, go ahead. Guts check me. I dare you. He's trying to close the distance. See, I don't think he's got much from the middle range or the back range. Go ahead. Do it. Ooh, that hit harder than I thought it would. Okay, but I think we still won. Yeah, we still won. Okay. Good deal. So we swept the table. So there's a second victory. That's the Age Monsters Cup. And a new rank. And a lot of money. And a stat gain. So good across the board on that one. With accuracy going up 44 points. That's what we needed. Good job. That was exactly what we needed. Hello, Mr. Shadier. Thank you for joining the stream. Imagine... Oh, for some reason I'm imagining a Pal World equivalent for Monster Rancher. I still have never played Pal World, so I don't know much about it. I see the monsters. I know they have guns. That's about all I know about the game. There's crafting in there, probably. Like, I don't know. 40 grand. Good job, Juniper. Holy crap. I'm very proud of you. Alright. So now we enter special training until week 3 November. Or I guess I should say until week 2 October, so we know we're back in time for the next invitation, provided he even makes it that long. He's slowed down a step, but he's not critical yet. I just don't know how much longer he's got left. And he may not have much, and that's okay. He's still gotten farther than any monster we've raised so far. He's doing fine. I mean, what am I going to complain about? You know, he did his best. And I still think, like, both of the tournaments that he lost to extremely high-powered monsters. That was the reason he lost. It wasn't any other reason. It wasn't that the moves were wrong. It wasn't that his training was wrong. It was because he could not take those extreme heavy-hitting moves. And he beat the teacher here. Like, he's done so well for us. Nope, we're not doing it. We are absolutely not doing it. Pal World is Pokemon the survival game. I mean, I've seen clips of it. I just mean I haven't played it yet, and it kinda doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I don't know. There's something about it that just isn't gelling with me. I have no interest in playing it. If it was dropped in my lap, I'd give it a try, but I have no interest in checking it out myself. Alright, got lucky on the ad. Another nice, cheap special training. We'll work on power. I don't care about skills, and then we'll go defense from there on. Oh, he needs life. Well, he gets life no matter what he trains, so yeah, we'll do defense from here on out. Okay. Lots of dodging. Good job, Juniper. Alright, light him up. Yeah. Again, doesn't matter if we win or lose this. Probably the better strategy would be to keep my distance and make him use the meteor attack. It hits kinda heavy, but it's more of a guts check. Whereas these cheap, rapid moves are not helping our cause. Oof. He got us, but that's okay. $731 power. Not bad. Not bad. And he's still going. I mean, as long as he's still going, we have no reason to stop the training. I have a gnat flying around my face, and it needs to die. Alright, so we should get... Never mind. I miscounted my weeks. Alright, so... What was that? Oh, invitation match. No, we don't need any of that. Focus on what you're doing. Wait a minute. No, never mind. I was gonna say we should do the invitation match so we get the stat points. However, since I can't choose where they're going, I would rather just do this, because that way I guarantee I'm getting life and defense out of it. Wow, Charge is a lot weaker than I thought it was. That's more expensive for him, too. It's more expensive and hits... or does less damage than Bite. Very strange. So yeah, we want to make him do Charge. Good dodge. That's even better. He's trying to close the distance, too. He's fighting me every step of the way. He does not want to do Charge if he can help it. Yeah, that's... There we go. Oh yeah, Ledge mentioned something about Tigers earlier, too. That's why I like them, too. Accurate, hard-hitting. They're just... they're a little bit more hardy than a Pixie. They just don't have as... I don't think they're as flexible. Because a Tiger's... intelligence attacks are just plain garbage. So they're kind of limited to what they can do. Invitation to the E1 Grand Prix, which we don't need to worry about. So we can rest him and do another special training, and then we'll have to wait until the next invitation. See, this is exactly why I wrote it down. This helps with all my planning. From here on out, you're doing defense until we have a reason to do something else. Because if power is the thing that is hurting us, we need to, or if an enemy's power is the thing we are concerned about, then we need to increase either our defense, our life, or our speed, or preferably all three, or at least two. So this is fine. All of this is fine. That is garbage, teacher. You missed a 75% chance. I don't want to be blowing all my luck here. We need to save some of this luck for the big four. Oops. Dang it. Aw, man, Juniper. You've got to land at least one, buddy. I think we still might have won that, actually. Yup, barely, but we got him. Okay, 750 defense. So we're a little low on life, but I think... Did I miscount? No. We're good. Okay, so now we'll do level 1 trainings on life to get him to 750. Level 1 life trainings seem like the right move if we're forced to wait, because that's where... That'll help us percentage-wise also in all of these fights. RNG is the final boss. You're not kidding on that one. He's depressed. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You need to do it. You can do it. Is this just your age catching up with you? There you go. See? I know you can do it. Oof. 6 points isn't good. Six points is he's at the end of his rope. Another model frag. There's another 3 grand. Alright. Here you go, Crow. Buy my model frag, please. Thank you. Okay. So this upcoming week we should get the invitation. Good job, buddy. Thank you, Ayase. Excellent. And I will sign up for it this time so I don't frickin' lose it in the sauce. Alright. Ah, come on, buddy. Yeah, he's definitely on his last legs if he's missing this much. I'm tempted to stop scolding him too, but you gotta do it. So I may be a harsh trainer, but you know, this is for his own good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's probably... Like, we might be able to get through the Winners' Cup, but he's not going to make it any farther than that. I don't think he's going to have enough... He doesn't have enough time to go all the way back around to February. Not at this point. He's slowing down too much. I'm a harsh mistress. I am okay with this. Alright, let's do it. Winners' Cup. Second attempt. I'm really proud that he's been able to go this far. Like, he's been able to do multiple attempts at the Great Four. He had the chance to actually win the whole game. Alright, so the dragon isn't a problem. The Naga shouldn't be a problem. But then we've got our fucking golem again. Alright, let's do it. Yup, you do that every time. Every time, and it's not much of a guts check. It's not much of anything. Yup, this is fine. I can handle you. As long as we land something, we can typically beat Argemine without too many problems. He is shockingly not very threatening. But again, as I said, Juniper, you've got to land something. You can't just be missing all day. Go. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not coming back from that. Yeah, I agree, Juniper. I don't think he's going to... I don't think Juniper's got any more tournaments than him after this one. I mean, we're going to try. Like I said, I'm not going to force him to retire. He'll tell me when he's done. Or I guess Aroma will tell me when he's done. But... because especially if we win this, we gain the... even if we get second, we gain this... oh my god. Bastion beat the fuck out of that Naga. Holy shit. He's the only one that I'm really worried about. The other one that beat us was the Durahan... and something else, but both of them I think I can outthink, even if they hit hard. See, like that wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, we're hitting way harder than he is. I would rather him do that fireball bullshit because of how expensive of a move it is. And then he doesn't have that much left. See, I'm learning some strategies here, folks. Like, that's the deal. Sometimes you just need to bait the AI into using their power attacks or their expensive attacks, because if you can get around them, then they've got nothing left. With Durahans, it's how cheap their front sword attack is. Like, that is... okay. Frickin' golem. That frickin' golem. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I wonder if his backmost attack is the one that, like, hits the least hard. Because with his punches, they hit hard enough, especially because even though they have low accuracy, one slips through. I really think the strategy with Bastion is either I've got to keep my distance so I can test that back move, or I have to bait him into using his splash and then just hope it doesn't land. So either way, it's RNG, which sucks, but here we go. Clap, that's it. Do clap. I want to see what kind of damage it does. Or don't. Okay, be a dick. That's fine. See, even punch. The whole problem with punch is that it's so cheap that he can just do them. Good. That's what we needed. And it causes damage to Bastion. So that's what we need. That is the strategy with him. We have to bait him into doing his middle attack. And then we have to get around it. Okay. I can live with that. That isn't too bad of a move. I can take those. Alright. Do your fucking... okay. That's fine. That's fine. Do giant clap, you dick. Come on. Come on, Juniper. You got this. No, 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 no. Dodge it, dodge it, dodge it. Yes! Yes! Fuck you, Bastion! 3 Great 4 victories! Oh, the stress. The stress in my body. Okay. We're good. And the tournament art is nice with all the circles on one side and all the X's on the other. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright. Gonna check that off the list. And hopefully he gains his stat points in defense. That's absolutely not where I needed that, but thank you, game. Okay, we've got to be in the farm on February. Oh, Pyro, because we won that earlier tournament, we have been given a higher rank. We won in the grade 4 tournament, so now we're at level 8. Excellent. Alright. Okay, so we can rest as long as we immediately do a special training and then we stay at the farm. Hello, Marumba. Thank you for joining the stream. You are here during exciting times. Alright. Alright, special training, more defense. Let's go. .900 accuracy. Good God. 900 accuracy on a tiger. That is some scary numbers. 90% chance to hit with charge. Whew. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We don't have to win this. It's fine. Yeah, and that we can take all day. See, charge is not that good. Charge is a very high accurate but very low damaging move. And that was fucking nothing. Alright, let's go. Claw him in the face. There you go. Yup, he's probably not going to come back from that. Yeah, that's nothing. That's okay. That's okay. I know you're staggered. That's okay. Not a big deal. He's still behind. Go. Spam him. Even though you're at a distance, you've got no accuracy with that. Just do it. Waste time. Excellent. Well done. More defense points. As long as it's at least 40, I'll be happy. Well, we know he's slowed down a step, so this is not surprising. No! Why? Okay. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna push on anyway, because I want to see if he has a chance at doing that regardless. If he can actually possibly win, I want to see what kind of chance he has in the greatest 3, because if his points don't drop that bad, he might have a shot. And it depends on whether Bastion is in the tournament or not. So it's all about RNG. So I'm going to try anyway. Oh, Juniper, you did very well, man. Go to bed, old man. Ledge, you're going to be shouting that at me when I'm 75 and still doing YouTube against everyone's better judgment. Still playing Monster Rancher. Yeah, take your medicine. Because here's the thing, if he actually somehow manages to win this, and if there is a finale, then I want to be able to see what I'm dealing with in the finale, because that will give me an idea about how to train another monster. So we're going to try. Is Bastion in the tournament? God damn it. Alright, let's try. What are our stats reduced to? Our defense is still over 700. So we may be able to do this. We're going to do the same strategy and try to bait him into doing the dive press. And just hope to RNGesus it misses. That's all we can do. Good job. Excellent work. Alright, keep it going. Nice! Good job, Juniper. You have learned. Alright, bonk him. Good dodge. We're still ahead. Alright, switch to your tail. We want sheep attacks right now. Alright, go. Okay. And then we need to spam him. We're still ahead. Light him up, light him up, light him up, light him up. Spam him, spam him, spam him. Waste time. That's it, man. It comes down to strategy with some of these fights. We have to know what they're gonna do and then work around it. So again, we're gonna have the... So we've got Ashvin again. It's the same deal. So we've got to avoid the front moves because that's where he hurts us. Because of how cheap they are. We need to force him to do his expensive moves. Like, it sucks. We're gonna eat some damage. But at least he's not just constantly smacking us over and over and over and over and over. No, 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 no. See, that's what we need to avoid, Juniper. Again. Good. Now keep him at a fucking distance. Good dodge. Alright. Go. Go, go, go. If he's gonna get in range, you may as well hit him. Alright, push, 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 push. Good dodge. Push him, push him. Alright. Yep. Keep him at a distance. If you can possibly help it, keep him at a distance. And the AI knows, because he's trying to close the distance on me. Like, all he's doing is closing the distance. That is the right strategy for him. See, I can't be mad about it. We went in and did our best with compromised stats. We just could not keep it up. We still have a chance to win the tournament, though. We'd have to beat Anguish. Ashvin has to lose us to Bastion, and then we would take on Ashvin one more time. So, we're still not screwed. Not entirely. Okay, same deal with Anguish. He can't do that much. We have to make him do his expensive moves. And see, he's trying to keep a distance. He's trying to stay away from the close range. I don't know if they're specifically programmed to do that kind of thing, or if the AI just understands, you know, what the most logical move is in a situation. But I'm seeing that pattern here. Like, they're trying to get to the position where they can use the best possible moves that they've got for what their numbers are. We are probably behind by just a little bit. Okay, come on, getting close, getting close, getting close. No! No! Getting close! We might have gotten him. No, we lost it. Ugh. Okay. You know, all things considered, Juniper absolutely did his best on this one. Yeah, we could have had another shot at Ashvin. Oh well. All things considered, Juniper did great. He got 700 points in all of his relevant stats. He won 3 of the Great 4. He's setting us up for an incredible Gen 3 monster. And, I mean, what else could I ask for? He did his best. So I will get him... He gets... Yeah, no. We'll rest him, Aroma. Just relax. Just relax, Aroma. Everything's fine. And then we'll feed him his favorite meal. Yup, he can have a meat. He does not need to worry about nutrition. Just eat something tasty. Oh, he turned 4. Wow. That's how long he lasted. Good job, Juniper. Alright, it's time to rest, buddy. Let's head to town. Alright, let's grab his final numbers. For anyone who cares. 48 and 9. So he still had a very high win percentage. And again, of those 9 losses, what, 4 of them were in the S class? If not more than... No, it would be more than 4. So, like, he did pretty well. $43,000 as his winnings. Excellent work. Old, yes. 4 years old as ancient. Oops. Hold on, let me bring him back. I wanna see his animation. What am I doing here? Who the fuck is Sundershine? Or Sundershine? I don't understand who that is. I don't remember. I may have to rewatch all these episodes. Alright, have a good night. Oh, you don't have to look so miserable. You did great. You did very well. Now you get to rest. Oh. Okay, so we are going to revive Genocider, who has very low numbers. Those numbers just sting after all the work we've done with Juniper. But I think I'm sure I called him Genocider because I think he's a Durahan mixed with a Naga, right? Like that's why the cape color is purple. No, he's mixed with a Joker. That's why I called him Genocider. Holy shit. Okay. So he's already 4 months old. He only has the 2 moves. I don't know what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing. Armor reduces damage, but it's hard to dodge. Dark Aura resists mind, high toughness, easier to increase life and toughness. That explains why I wanted to bench him until I was ready for him. So with all of his numbers that low, we need to get him to 150, power, accuracy, defense, life. Oh, that's not too far behind. It's just still going to take a while. I mean, 4 months to get out of the S class. I mean, the D class. That's not great. But anyway. So that'll do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. Genocider will be our boy next week, and hopefully he can take us a little bit farther. But man, I gotta say, Juniper, you're definitely an MVP for now. I don't think anyone is going to be able to top Juniper's success until we beat the game, and for being a Gen 2 monster who started at 250s in his stats, he did very well. So hopefully next time we can get a little bit farther. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again next week for another stream, and Final Fantasy XII as usual on Monday and Wednesday. Have a good weekend, folks.